I just turned 21, and at the moment my business does over $150,000 a month. And through God's grace, He's worked through me to grow it to that point. But I did not use God to get to this level. God's not a business software. He's not a tool that you use to get somewhere. But God works through you to bring the success that you have. So I'm going to be talking about how God blessed me, blessed my mindset, blessed my life and my business to get to the point where it is now, but mainly blessed me and my character so that I can continue to work 16-hour days every day and enjoy it and stay faithful at the same time. Now, a lot of people honestly say that God is the CEO of their business and that they use God to make a lot of money or to, scale their businesses quickly. But at the end of the day, if your business goals are not aligned with Him, then it's going to fall apart. And that's just the reality. If your foundation of business is not built on God and it's built on material things like money targets or, this car, that car, the next house, whatever, then it's a very fragile structure to be building your entire life and your entire business off. But God does not crumble. He does not fall under pressure. God is solid. He is a rock. And if you build your business off of God as your foundation, it literally cannot fall over. Now, to be honest with you, that decision is one that you have to make literally every day, because to align your business with God and keep Him at the center and the foundation means that a lot of the time you do not take payments from someone, and you have to be honest all the time. There's so many business people you talk to that say, yeah, you gotta lie, you gotta fake this, fake that to make some money. But if you're going to sin, which is essentially what it is, to lie to someone like that in the exchange for material like money, then that is not the foundation that you want to start your business and build your business off of in the long term. If you're starting a business relationship negatively, then you can't expect it to just turn positive by the end. But the main thing that makes it extremely hard, and when you do reach a level of success where you are making a lot of money and the material stuff is there, is telling yourself every day, okay, if God wanted me to walk away from this, would I do it? And it's something you have to align yourself with every day, and you have to make sure that that answer is yes. Because at the end of the day, this material, this earthly, worldly stuff, it can get taken away just as quickly as God gives it to you. And if you start to idolize it over Him, then that is exactly when He's going to take it away. But having God on your side is the most powerful thing that you can have in business. Literally, no one can beat you if you've got God on your side. And it might be a few weeks or a month or a few months where the business is down, the numbers are low. But if you stay faithful to God and you prove your faithfulness through that rough season by continuing praying, continue to have trust in Him, that you will see success, that's exactly when transformation happens in the business. I can think of a time where the business was we were churning through money, we weren't getting any leads, any calls, whatever, but we stayed faithful. We did a 3-day fast. After that fast, God blessed us straight away. So all you have to do is stay faithful to God, and not for the reason of, okay, if I stay faithful, then He's going to bless me. You have to stay faithful with the reason that regardless of what happens in this earthly world, I still have God and He's still better than everything. So I'm content, I'm happy, I'm joyful. If this thing goes wrong in business or that thing, it doesn't matter, because I have God, I'm rooted in God, and as long as I have Him, then I'm joyful. And something that I see and that a lot of influencers and people on the internet do is they connect their financial success with God. And their relationship strength is completely determined on how well their business is doing. If their business is generating a lot of money, then they're super close to God. It's yes, thank you God for this. If their business is failing for weeks, it's they're more further away from God than they've ever been before. If your faithfulness is going to go up and down depending on financial results or business results, then that's not faithfulness. Because having discipline and faith is when you're praying and you're talking to God and you're grateful to Him for everything, regardless of what your financial situation is. And everyone's guilty for this. Everyone's guilty for not praying or not being grateful when the results are down or whatever it may be, because it is extremely easy to be negative when like all the material is negative towards you. But that's the most important time to stay faithful and to stay grateful to God, because you just have to remember that the only thing that matters is God. Everything that you've been blessed with is just a tool to work through you, whether it's to reach more people, to spread the word of God more. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is God. Now, the practical change that helped us scale as far as having God as the foundation as the CEO of the business is when you realize that working harder, just for the sake of working hard, is not going to take you to the next level. Like, the business had to become less dependent on me remembering everything and manually pushing every task forward. So the main thing we did first was improve our tracking. So how much were we spending? How many leads were being generated? What was our cost per lead? How many people booked? Show rate, close rate, cash collected? Where were our students and clients getting stuck? Like, without those numbers, you are not operating a business. You're literally just brute forcing your way to success. And that's what we did. Like, we got to probably $70,000 a month just brute forcing it with no tracking, nothing. So what we had to do was improve our system. So instead of rebuilding the same thing every time and, just signing a new guy and then just completely getting lost in the tracking of it all, we just created a system that was repeatable. So, we created multiple different systems as far as like a new lead comes in, how's it contacted? A sales call, how was that handled and reported? How a new client or student is onboarded, what communication they receive. Every single step of the way, we built a system for it so that it's like, okay, cool, we just signed this guy, this is where he needs to go. Oh, this student's struggling with this thing, this is the answer to that, and that's how they can fix it. You need, honestly, systems for all of these things. Otherwise, you're going to have people stuck. You're going to have students and clients stuck on issues that you didn't even know about because you completely forgot that you were following up with them. Growth isn't just coming from generating more attention or running more ads. It comes from making your offer and your service easiest to understand for your clients and easier for them to act on, so that there's less steps that they could get stuck in. Like, the clearer the outcome, the easier it is for the right person to see whether the program or our services as a lead gen agency was the right fit for them. But the most important thing we did was become a lot more disciplined with the execution. So we weren't constantly changing direction or, picking a new business model every week and getting shiny object syndrome. We stuck with the same process over a consistent period of time, regardless of if it was getting us good results or not. And we just kept pushing it through, kept iterating the process, kept streamlining every system so that it was a lot easier for us to understand. Now, the model that took us from 30K to 150K a month was the pay per lead model. And in my serious opinion, it's literally the easiest business model for beginners to get started, because the value exchange between you and your client is literally as simple as it possibly can be. I'm going to generate you leads, you pay me for the leads. It's literally as simple as that. So for example, a roofing company agrees to pay you $100 per lead and they want 100 leads for the month. You simply take that payment of $10,000, use it for the ad spend, and over that month, you generate those 100 leads and send them through to the roofing business as they come in hot. Rather than trying to say to a business, yeah, this is what I'm going to do to optimize your campaign, this is what your CTR is going to be, this is what cost per click is going to be, I'm going to optimize this pixel, blah, blah, blah. Like, you own the funnels, you own the ads, you own the ad manager. Your client doesn't get plugged into any part of your business. They simply are just there to receive leads that you generate through your ads, your funnel, your ads manager. No setting up for them anymore. I know that's a crazy thing to hear, especially if you're an existing marketing agency owner, but you can own the funnel and you can still send them the leads and get paid 10 times more than what you would just charging per retainer. Obviously, you still need to learn the basics of running meta ads and running Google ads and understanding the market and how to advertise. And obviously, learning from people who have already done it like us is the easiest way to get there. But at the end of the day, that's the only skill you need is marketing, and you can make 10K a month within your first month, and that's not even like BS. If you sell 100 leads at $100 each, that's $10,000. To put it in perspective, there's businesses who will buy thousands on thousands of leads every single month, and you don't think you can get your hands on 100 of them. So the model is simple, it's not easy, but if you follow the system to a T, there is literally no reason why you can't see success. As soon as you start to stray off and make your own version of pay per lead, like, oh, let's do pay per appointment, pay per call, pay per estimate, that's when you start to get all clunky and your profit margins start to get whacked. All you need to do is follow the system that works on a extended period of time, and you are guaranteed to hit those 50, 60, 100K a month marks just by following the repeatable system. Guys, people don't understand that every single business needs leads to continue to operate. And generating leads is not going to be something that AI can take. Sure, they might be able to help optimize campaigns or whatever it may be, but an AI will never be able to understand humans and the way that a human reacts to a creative or a video. They don't have it. They don't have that emotional edge that we do. So marketing and selling leads is going to be an evergreen business model regardless of where AI is at. You will use AI to optimize your business, but at the end of the day, pay-per-lead itself and supplying leads to business owners is something that's going to be around forever. It has been around forever and it will be, because every business needs leads to continue to operate. So, trying to still be the guy selling retainers when pay-per-lead exists for the sole purpose of but it's my safety net is respectfully very stupid, because you can get paid 10 times more. The way that you're charging per lead is to ensure that you're never chewing into your own pocket anyway. For example, for insurance, I charge minimum $110 per lead, and it normally costs me about $30 to generate that lead. And you might be thinking, why would an insurance company pay $110 for a lead? Because those leads are closing at anywhere between 30 and 40%, which means 4 out of 10 leads they're closing, which means they're making about $9,000 to $10,000 every 10 leads. So think about it, they're paying $1,000, they're getting $9,000 back. If you had a box where every time you put $1,000 in, it spat you out $9,000, how much money would you put in that box? All of it, right? So as soon as the businesses see the payoff from how qualified your leads are and their close rate, they will come back to you every single month and buy leads, because you're offering a service that's very valuable, especially in the market right now with the stage that leads are at, and honestly the low barrier to entry. As long as your leads are even remotely qualified, you're beating 99% of the businesses out there now. So to be honest, at 21 years old, I'm extremely grateful for the success that God has blessed me with. I'm extremely hungry still, but I'm rooted in God entirely. I pray every day for more wisdom and discipline and work ethic towards the business, my training, my Ironman training, whatever it may be. But I continue to stay rooted in God, because without God, we will have nothing. And we are really looking to honestly help people start their own businesses. I remember being 15, 16, wanting to start my own business, and I literally could not sign a client. I couldn't crack the market. So we're removing that entirely. If you join and you want help from us, we're gonna sign you your first client guaranteed. It's in the fine print. We're gonna guarantee you that first client if you come and work with us. I'm not gonna force you to. I don't even really wanna sell on this video, but if you're a stuck person, whether you're 18 or 50, and you really want to crack the online space, sign your first client, learn a system that's repeatable, you can click below and apply to work for us. But I can't stress enough that if you have God as your foundation, matched with extreme work ethic that is honestly extremely rare to see in this market, then success is inevitable for you, regardless of situation. If you want to fast track that process, come and work with us. We'll help you out. If you're happy to learn it yourself, go for it. And I pray honestly that you see great success, because I feel like every person deserves to have the opportunity to make money online and have that freedom financially and that freedom to be wherever they want. So like I said, if you want to learn how to start a pay-per-lead business, click below. But work hard, maintain discipline, keep your faith in the Lord, and all will figure itself out.